Chapter 1. The OO Queen and Her Obsession in the Quiet. Upscale neighborhood of Westfield Pines. The AO president, Cheryl Thompson, ruled like a queen. With her crisp blazers, clipboard in hand, and a walkie-talkie she treated like a throne. Phone, Cheryl made it her mission to control every blade of grass in every parked car. She was particularly obsessed with enforcing a strict no firearms policy. While many residents grumbled about her power trips, they mostly complied to avoid her relentless fines and legal threats. But her reign took a strange turn when she learned that her neighbor, an elderly widow named Mrs. Ramirez, legally owned a vintage revolver that had belonged to her late husband, a Vietnam veteran. Cheryl viewed the gun not just as a violation, but a personal insult to her authority. Chapter 2. The Raid and the Rage Fueled by Control and a growing paranoia, Cheryl escalated the issue beyond HOA policy. She sent multiple cease and desist letters, posted public notices shaming Mrs. Ramirez, and finally, without legal backing, called in a private security firm hired by the HOA to inspect the property. That inspection turned into an armed, unauthorized raid. They stormed into Mrs. Ramirez's home while she was away visiting her granddaughter. When she returned to find her door broken and her late husband's gun confiscated, she was devastated and humiliated. Cheryl, meanwhile, proudly declared in the community newsletter that the HOA had neutralized the safety threat. What she didn't expect was the storm that was about to hit her, one that would cost her everything. Chapter 3. The lawsuit of the century. Outraged by the violation of her rights and privacy, Mrs. Ramirez filed a lawsuit not just against the HOA, but personally against Cheryl. With the help of a civil rights attorney and veteran support groups, the case exploded in the media. News outlets dubbed it the gun that bankrupted the HOA. Cheryl had no legal grounds for the raid, and it was revealed that the HOA had misused community funds to hire the security firm. In court, Cheryl's smug confidence crumbled as evidence mounted. Emails where she joked about teaching the old woman a lesson, and invoices for unauthorized surveillance. The jury didn't just side with Mrs. Ramirez, they slammed Cheryl, with a $3 million judgment for unlawful entry, harassment, and emotional distress. Chapter 4. Fallout and Freedom. The verdict rippled like a shockwave through the neighborhood. Cheryl was forced to sell her home, resign from the HOA, and liquidate her assets. The HOA was dissolved, and Westfield Pines voted to never form another association again. As for Mrs. Ramirez, she used part of her compensation to restore her late husband's memorial garden and donated the rest to Veterans Legal Aid. She became a local hero, often quoted saying, "They thought it was just one gun, but it was my husband's honor." The quiet neighborhood finally found peace, not through rules and fines, but through standing up to tyranny disguised as policy. And Cheryl? She learned the hard way that one gun mishandled could cost far more than money. It could cost everything.